Hey guys, it's Sydney,
And Andy,
and we're back.
another week.
Back on schedule.
Weeks are rolling by, right, Sid?
They are. Spring has sprung, thank God.
Yeah, daylight savings, you got all that going.
Good things
Yeah, it's getting warmer every day.
every
Yeah,
day. Such an optimist you are.
tomorrow is going to be almost 70 degrees when it's first pitch.
I know. What time is first pitch?
I think it's 4 o'clock.
I'm so excited. I
Yeah,
might get into it actually. Well, I probably won't get it by the time it starts.
don't you have the Odyssey app?
Dad, no.
If you get the Odyssey app, you can just download WIP and listen to the game on your way down there.
I am preoccupied with the apps on my phone as it is. I cannot keep up with the ones that I have.
All right, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah. So you'll have to keep me posted.
All right, what time are you leaving?
2:30-ish.
Right from work?
Yeah.
What time will you get there?
Who knows? It all depends on traffic. In my head, the latest is 11.
You got to stop with this stuff, man. Freaking killing me, man.
It will all be fine.
Yeah.
A bad time for gas prices to be so high, but
Yeah.
I digress, you know? Anyway, enough about me. You have anything you want to say about you?
Nah.
Man, a few words about himself.
Nah.
Where I get it from, honestly. I don't really like to talk to myself about myself. It's like pulling teeth to get me to say things.
I talk a lot. I just don't
I
say.
talk a lot, just
I
not
don't really say anything of substance. I talk about stupid stuff.
not like personally. I don't
Yeah.
like to give off that information easily. So, let's start. Well, we already said the Phillies. That's
Opening day.
the most exciting thing I've heard in a while.
Did
What
you
are
get?
your
Did we give our predictions?
No, that's what I was just gonna say. Let's do that.
So last year, I didn't real like they won 96 games last year.
I think I said 100 last year.
Yeah,
And
and
you
they
thought
won 96 games, and they won the division by 13 games. So I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know. I think they're dependent on Wheeler to come back and just be Wheeler, and that kind of worries me. Yeah, nobody really knows what it's coming off of what he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really know that they've really changed the team as much as you wanted. They brought in some young players, but I don't know. I think 88, 89 games.
Okay. That's generous.
That's it. That's a pretty. I think that's a good. Like they still have a good team. The problem is
I just don't have a good feeling. I'm not
the
gonna
problem is when you get to the critical part of the season or playoffs, whatever the case may be,
falls apart.
they they just don't. And I think that the management's theory is we're going to keep running this back, and one time it's going to work.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the Braves. I think the Braves in the '90s won like 10 or 13 straight division titles, and I think they only got one World Series out of that,
Yeah.
but they got it.
And that's great for them.
Yeah, so hopefully, that, with that, yeah, hopefully we could maybe just. But the Dodgers just they just keep buying players. That team just looks. They look better than they were last year.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm. I'm thinking 74 games.
man, what is wrong with you?
You know how I felt about this team.
74 games. Sid, That's not even 500 baseball.
I know. I don't have a good feeling. I'm being honest. And I hope to God I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I've never wanted to be so wrong about something in my entire life. I
That's
need,
like 88 losses.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a long season, man.
I fear it's gonna be. And I hope I'm wrong because it would be so fun for it to be so good. Usually, I'm an optimist. You know that too. I fear I've been let down too many times.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
not going for it this time. But I hope I'm wrong.
all right. Well, I mean, I think they win more than 74 games. Like I said, I think 88, 89. I won't be surprised if it was a little higher. And to be honest, I won't be surprised if it was a little lower. But I just think they have too much talent. Like they have good pitching, they have a good bullpen, they have good players: Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Real Muto, Stott.
If that is what you think, that's great. They're
Oh
on my
yeah.
shit list.
So then you shouldn't get Odyssey because you're not going to want to listen most of the year.
I don't think I'm gonna want to at all.
Well, that doesn't make me feel good. That's
Okay,
a lot of TV programming that I'm going to be screaming at for,
you
for the
know,
next 5 months.
I'm probably wrong, but I'm choosing to be
All right, well,
I'm setting my expectations so low so that hopefully,
we'll revisit it in July.
okay,
How's that?
July. Oh, what
And
a
we'll see. We'll see if you have any different opinion.
yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to say within this first week.
Yeah,
It'll be good to come back to.
yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
nice.
It is making the day exciting.
I mean, it's yeah. Last weekend was awesome with the Final Four going on the tournament. The start of the tournament's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do? March Madness or the draft? Well, trading, not the
Let me
draft.
see your pool.
All right. I am a little bit more like this is the first year I like can't even bear to check it. Like it hurts so bad.
Because you just picked with your heart every team.
I did. So unfortunately, my hold on, my picks, few picks. The team I had winning, Villanova, of course. Out. The team Villanova
They
was
got knocked out
playing
week one, right?
week one. The team Villanova
Game
was
one.
playing in the finals. UPenn out.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you said you. I remember you took both of the home teams.
My next favorite team, Gonzaga, out. I have not
That's the
much.
team that hurt me.
I have not much. That hurt the most, honestly. I had to pick Villanova though. Like it's just home team, but
That's the
Gonzaga cuts the deepest for me.
that's the my that gives me a loss in the Elite Eight. I had them going to the Final Four. That's my biggest loss. That killed my pool. I think I went 14-2 on Saturday.
So, who is Michigan still in?
Yeah,
Oh, good for you. Sorry,
Michigan,
spoiler
Duke,
alert, he picked Michigan.
Michigan, Duke, UConn, Houston, Arizona, Iowa. Oh, I don't know. I didn't check. I don't remember who won Texas Tech and Alabama.
I have some teams still in.
But I just after Gonzaga,
Yeah.
that was it. It just ended. Yeah,
So oh, I guess your team's still in.
I
So
told. I don't know why. I can't stand.
Michigan.
I hate Michigan football.
Hate. Hate.
Hate everything. Hate it. But Michigan basketball And this goes back to the days I worked with Faulkner with this guy Mike DeCarlos that used to. His brother was an AD at Michigan, and we were in the. We he got me starting follow Michigan when they had this group of players called the Fab Four, and ever since then, that's the team I root for. I mean, of course, I root for the teams around here, but I mean, really, you know, you okay?
Yeah. Sorry. Um, I have a lot going on today that isn't evident.
Yeah, I seen that.
Well, that is just one of the many problems I've been having. So, no, we're running a 10K on Saturday, and I just got an email about I have to pick all this stuff up.
This Saturday,
Yeah, while we're there.
while you're down there, you're running a 10K. And why do you have to pick the stuff up?
Because it's Friday, the pickup's Friday, and we're gonna be down there.
All right.
You know how it works. Anyway, so I am now rooting for Nebraska.
Yeah, that's a good story,
I love that
right?
story.
They got they're the last team to get a win in the NCAA tournament in
Yep.
the Division One, I think they said.
Yep.
Yeah, so
So
that's a really good story. Yeah,
now I'm rooting
yeah.
for them. They have my full support.
All right.
Where
Well,
even
I'm not.
you're rooting for Michigan, I know.
Well, I'm rooting for. I think I'm rooting for.
Oh, against Nebraska.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Where the hell are they at? Oh yeah, Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're rooting for Iowa?
Well, that's why I got winning.
Can
Yeah,
we ever just be on the same
but
page?
I picked my pool.
What do you mean? I know it's picked, so you have to stick to it. I respect
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
can't jump on a Cinderella story midway.
no, you can't.
No.
I'm a little bit down and out on the March Madness. This,
If I would have picked Nebraska, I did pick them week one.
well, that was nice of you.
I did, but I didn't pick them week two.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
So yeah, March Madness and me this year, not working out.
the tournament's been really good though.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, it's been. There's been some really good games.
It's fun to watch too.
Yeah.
Just sucks when you suck.
Well, now you're gonna have that going on. The Phillies going on. Yeah. Sixers are playing right now.
I watched a little bit of them Monday night, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
I don't. I didn't watch much because it was
Okay,
so
see. Yeah. Oh,
not good,
that
but
was a ugly game, man. Ugly. That's a good team. OKC's a good team.
we're supposed to be a good team.
Well, it's hard to be good when your starters aren't playing.
Yeah, well.
But Paul George is off of his suspension.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I think Embiid back? I think he's back.
Who knows?
I just turned it on. Yeah.
Mm, So let's talk about everything that's been going on with the Eagles in the off season because every day I feel
It's
like
been a crazy, crazy offseason.
something like insane. Every
Crazy,
single day.
crazy offseason.
I don't even know where to
So I
begin
think if you're going to start in the offseason, you got to start with,
our goodbyes.
okay, yeah.
So the biggest hit to the heart is personally for me, Reed Blankenship. That's like
Yeah,
that's a
that's
hit.
a yeah.
That one hurt.
They already had problems in that position, and they really could have. But yeah, man, he got paid.
I know. I know. Not saying that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
the problem, man. Yeah,
the
they
end of an era.
Yeah, they're gonna. Well, not really. It's the way it goes. It's
Business.
just a problem that when you have success, people pick your players.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You lose players. Who else? Sidney Brown.
I feel
Yeah.
indifferent about that.
Yeah.
Like
Um, you know,
Nicobe Dean.
Nicobe Dean, that
Or-
hurts. Yeah, that hurts. There's nothing you can do, but again, he got paid. You can't. They don't have the money to pay these guys.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying anything not
They,
on them.
because to me, it just seems like they're going to go with a core of Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. They're going to keep the middle linebacker Bond, and then they're going to keep Quinyon and Cooper, and that's going to be the quarter defense. And you're just going to see guys come in and out. Like Jalen Phillips, I don't find that to be the big loss that everyone's making a big deal out of.
I don't either. That
He
one's
didn't seem to have. He came in. He had a couple sacks. I know he wasn't here the whole season. He had a couple sacks, not a lot of them.
yeah,
I don't think he was that productive on the field that you can't replace him.
I agree.
Like I think when you're talking about replacing Reed Blankenship or Jalen Phillips, I think it's harder to replace Reed than Jalen.
I also think Reed and like they were all in
They
agreement.
had a good,
Yeah,
yeah, they had good communication. They played well together. They know what each other
hard
was doing.
to
Yeah,
replicate.
yeah.
Dotson no longer.
He was really not like he was never going to become
That's in the
a
middle.
forever Eagle. Because they got him. They got
Yeah.
him via the Commanders, and they weren't going to pay him. And they could probably get someone to do his job cheaper. But I think when you start talking about him, you really got to start talking about the other guy, AJ,
Well, yeah.
and what has happened with him because they signed,
Elijah Moore.
and then they signed that
Oh yeah, I saw that. I
Hollywood
didn't even
Brown. So
that's
now,
even on my list.
yeah, now that gives them four receivers. I just don't know how they can bring AJ back
I
with
don't know.
everything that's been going on. He just doesn't. He doesn't want to be here, and if he doesn't want to be here, it's just you're better off not having him here.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to be here and he's still here, he's not going to get happier.
No, and it's only just gonna
It's going to make it a bigger. Yeah, since you're bringing in a new coordinator, just try and cut bait, get whatever you can for him.
yeah.
Yeah, me personally, I would not trade him to the New England Patriots. I would trade him as far away from New England as I could.
Oh, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I would trade him to the Arizona Cardinals.
That would be fine with me.
Yeah, or the Cleveland Browns.
That would equally be fine with
Yeah,
me.
I
But
just
then
would not. I would not trade him to where he wants to go, not the way he's been acting.
I also heard that people are saying that they think that Elijah Moore is going to work well with AJ and it's going to create a good dynamic.
So they said. So where does that leave Devontae? Like, I don't think. Listen, I don't think. Like you're telling me they're bringing in a marriage counselor.
I don't think they
Is
meant
that
it in that way.
well?
I think they meant,
That's how I'm looking at it. If you think that bringing in another player is going to mend how this guy feels about the organization, when in the last 4 years he's been to two Super Bowls, he's made over $100 million, signed two of the biggest contracts he's ever signed, had the best 4 years of his career, and he's still unhappy. You think bringing one guy? He already had a friend on the team that he hates now.
this is true.
AJ is just not a happy guy. He doesn't want to be here. You can't fix it.
Maybe he'll come with a better perspective.
With what?
Like maybe he'll have a fresh attitude this season.
Who?
AJ.
You could hope, but yeah, it.
I'm gonna choose to be positive on that one.
I just think that they need to get rid of him. That's what I
And
think.
I agree, but I don't think that that's gonna happen. It
I
doesn't
don't think
that way.
that bringing in some friend of his is gonna make everything all better.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Yeah,
It's like the offensive coordinator. He's not gonna make it all better.
the new offensive coordinator
Yeah.
or any offensive coordinator.
Anyone isn't gonna fix this mess.
Right. I like that's what I'm saying. So you got this new coordinator. Why throw him and start him off with this headache? Having to deal with how how like the problem with AJ is now you have to worry about even if you're winning, you have to worry about if this a-hole is happy.
You're passionate about this.
I just can't. I don't understand. Like I don't understand. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. He's
No.
not happy here. So why do people think that they can make him happy here when he just went through probably four of the best years he would have ever had in the NFL, and he wasn't happy.
Yeah, that's real. So
That,
in other news, we re-signed Goddard, Jordan Davis.
but I mean, Goddard,
Good
yeah,
move. I think that was
yeah,
a good move.
yeah, it's a solid move. Jalen's comfortable with him. I mean, I think he lost a step. He's not the same, but Jalen's comfortable with him, and
Mhm.
that's probably a big part of it.
Yeah. And then I think we were saying before the most interesting thing thus far is the new backup quarterback, Andy Dalton.
Dalton, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't understand that at all.
I
Like
don't know either, but I like to trust
Howie,
Howie, of course.
you can't just trust. Like that's the problem. You can't just have blind faith in these guys. You got to question everything they do.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we have a backup quarterback, Tanner McKay. He's been with the team for quite a few years. He's an okay player. I don't know that he's a legitimate starter in this league. Like a lot of people think that you could trade that guy for a third round or a second round pick. I don't see that happening.
No.
So I don't understand. I just don't understand why Andy like why they would trade they traded for Andy Dalton. They gave up a draft pick and they acquired like $10 or $12 million in payroll, right? His contract,
Hmm.
$5 million a year, which is very expensive, maybe $7 million a year, which is expensive for a backup quarterback like that.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder what's going on in the quarterback room. Like, I don't think you bring Andy Dalton in here to pressure Jalen Hurts because he's like 38, 39 years old. He's not a future. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
Yeah.
yeah. And if Jalen goes down, I don't know. Andy Dalton is nowhere near the type quarterback that Jalen is. So as a backup, it's not like you're just plugging in someone that's kind of plays the same way.
Hmm.
So I just didn't understand it.
I don't either. And I'm choosing that it's all gonna be fine.
How it's going to work out because Howie did
No, I'm
it.
just,
So I told you, man, a lot of times, like sometimes you have to remember Howie's made a lot of mistakes.
yes. Everyone makes mistakes though. He's
Yeah,
just,
and normally he's very good at fixing them. Like if the best part about Howie is when he makes a mistake, he recognizes it, he figures out how to fix it, and then he fixes it. He doesn't let that hinder him. I'll
Mhm.
give him that. But you know, I just don't, like I said, a couple things I didn't understand
And maybe it'll all make sense in a couple of months.
after the draft.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the draft. I love the draft.
That's probably about a month away, right?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
probably about a month away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
keeps you busy year round.
It does. It's like a full-time job, really.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that is like a lot going on.
Flyers.
I have no
They
clue.
had that pretty good West Coast trip. I mean, they won a lot of games. They won them in overtime where they didn't get the full 3 points, but they won a lot of games. Then they came home last night and laid an egg against uh, Columbus. Yeah.
It's all gonna work out, Dad. I really am choosing to believe that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so excited for next week. We're gonna be able to talk about the Phillies
Yeah.
and March Madness too.
Yeah.
Good
We'll
thing.
see. Hopefully, some stuff will happen with the Eagles. You
We
know,
will see. I'm sure it will. It's
so
nonstop
I don't think if anything happens with AJ, it's not going to happen
like the end.
till the end of June or to the beginning of June because somewhere something with the salary cap and how much of a hit you take this year compared to this year and next
Whole
year.
thing.
So yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well, this was so fun.
yeah, it was good seeing you.
You
Said please be
too.
careful tomorrow.
I will. I really will. I can't wait to just be in the car. That means everything is done
Freaking
and
killing me,
taken
man.
care of. You'll see me. Watch my location.
I will.
All right. Love you,
Uh,
Dad. Thanks for listening,
all
everyone.
right, thanks for watching.
Go Phillies.
Go Phils. Love you, babe.
Love you.
All
Bye.
right, bye.